First and foremost, I want to go ahead and say this is brought to you by Orca. If they know, they know. Who's Orca? Hey, we got a box here from Orca. I can't pick it up because it's too heavy.
It's glue, bro.
I know it's glue. Actually, one of the things that they're trying to do is they're trying to get smaller doses of things that people call us for so they can give it to them, like small sheets of Hypalon, small sheets of glue. So yeah, like repair kits. So guys, my name is Alfred Montaner. I got Carlos in the background. We're here in the shop and we got a retube. And if you guys know, we've done some retubes here and it's always a scene. So this video will more than likely be a scene. Hosey's in there probably making a scene. Wally's delivering a boat. But this is a tube that we have done in the past, and it's a Willard retube. And we took the other side, opened it up, and we put it on the table, which I'm gonna take you guys back there right now. Oh, there's Jose. I'm gonna take you back there to show you guys how we build these tubes to brand new tubes from beginning to end. There's another video, but we're gonna start with this one. It should be a cool project. The customer's a local guy, he's got a cool boat, and I have the opportunity for you guys, for this same hole, I have a shell available that maybe you might want to see before this video's over, okay? Let's go ahead and start today's video. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
All right, so you guys get an idea of what's going on here. Okay, so this is the material. Okay, this customer, and typically most customers on larger rib boats or rigid inflatables, they'll put 866 Orca, which is thicker, okay? I don't know if the camera will be able to show you guys, okay? But it is thicker, okay? If you look at the back side, this is part of the bow, and this color is Neptune gray. Personally, I like Neptune gray. I think it looks pretty cool, especially when you put it with like black accents and stuff like that. So the Willard that we're gonna be doing today is Neptune gray, and I believe we have a lifeline, black accents, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool boat. So I'm excited to do this. And like I said, I have a shell of a Willard that I actually did a video on picking up in South Carolina or somewhere. I forgot where it was, but I wanted to go ahead and restore that boat, and I actually wanted to make it an outboard conversion, and I found another boat that I really wanted to find. So I abandoned that project, but I actually began the whole process of converting it. So that is pretty much done, that shell. It just needs the right home so you guys can see what we can do with it. So this is going to get put together. Eventually what we'll do is we'll have the entire tube look at some point like this. So when we say base tubes, like this will be your tube. So it's like, okay, what base do you want? You want white, or you want, you know, Neptune gray? Like this is another retube. So the base is basically that. Then we'll do the handles, like you can have loop handles, which I'll show you guys later in the video too, which is an option that you guys can put on any of the boats that you're gonna retube. So think about that. Your base tube, your loop handles, which is basically made like this. This would be a loop handle. I don't know if the camera could see, okay? So if we say something like, hey, I want my base tube to be white with my loop handles to be white, but the actual handles to be navy blue, then that's an option. So the good thing about retubing a boat is that you can actually make it to your exact desire. Keep in mind that when you go different colors or exotic colors, let me see if I find like something here. Like you have a red here, right? Not too popular, maybe Towboat US. We'll want to go ahead and retube a boat in red. Now, we have to buy a certain amount of fabric or Hypalon so we can go ahead and do the project. And sometimes the rolls are a little bit bigger than what we actually need, but we still have to buy that whole roll. Guess who's gonna pay the difference of that price? You, okay? So just keep in mind that whenever you go to like an exotic color, that can happen. Also, sometimes we have boats that we have exotic colors and we have leftover material, and then all of a sudden maybe you got a little, you know, 9-foot dinghy, something small like this, and you're like, hey, I don't care what color, I just wanted to have an inflatable tube that doesn't leak, that's brand new. Great, I got this color, I got that color. So that's something you can ask when you email and stuff like that. So let's get this process started. I'll go ahead and I'll teach you guys and show you guys a little bit about the questions maybe you should ask, and then you'll see exactly how we're gonna build this boat from beginning to end. It might be a long video, guys. I try to do this within a couple of weeks, and then I piecemeal it together, because what happens is if I put it all in multiple videos, you guys don't know what the hell, and then I get a million calls. So let's go. All right, so colors. Like I said earlier, this is Neptune, but there is a chart that we use from Orca, okay, which has all the colors and everything available, okay? What you need to know more than anything, primarily, because what we use is 828 and 866. Same colors, the difference would be the thickness. And obviously 866 is thicker, so it'll last longer, it'll be more resistant to punctures and things like that. So I always tell people, if it makes sense for you to go ahead and upgrade to 866, maybe your tube had an 828 prior to you having it, you know, retubed, you're gonna have something better. You're gonna have the same boat you love, the same motor you love, and all you're gonna have now is a more durable inflatable tube. So on the screen, I'll actually put some of these popular colors so you guys know. The most popular, I would say, is Arctic Gray, white. Neptune is popular, Military Gray is popular, and then we use the blues a lot for like accents. And I'll go ahead and I'll put those, like I said, in there. 828, 866, that's what we use, okay? And then you have also something like a carbon fiber, right? So you'll have the same colors, but with a carbon fiber texture. It's a little bit more. To have carbon fiber, keep in mind, anytime you have an exotic color, it's gonna be just more money. It's gonna be more money because it costs more money to have. All right, so you see he's getting the edges right now. He actually marked them prior, and I'll show you guys on with the camera now in a minute. So you guys can see that this, obviously, having equipment like this speeds up the process a lot. You could theoretically do this by hand, it's a lot more work. Let me show you guys what's going on here so you guys can see. It's gonna get loud, guys, it's gonna get loud. See the areas that have already been sanded down? Now those are the areas that are gonna have glue. First one is done, all right? Now, I'm not gonna put you guys through the rigmarole of all this, right? Because it's loud, but now we're gonna do the rest of all the areas, do the same thing, have them like this. All right, remember, this is the area that's gonna be glued. No glue ever hits here, only here, okay? Where it's sanded down. Let me see if you guys can see. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Next step is we got to get this and put it all together so we can show you guys how the building process happens, okay? Neptune Gray 866, let's go. So Ever now is getting what we call la tira, or the reinforcing tapes. And what these tapes do, they add an added layer of security. So when the tube is actually closed up, it just protects it more. It makes it harder for for the seams to fail, okay? So that's what's going on here. Let me show you guys real quick so you see what's going on. Okay, you see here are the tapes, and what you didn't see on camera is that he ran it through this machine, right? And then what it does is, based on where he puts this, it'll cut it to the size of the tapes that he needs for whatever he's using, right? So right now he's gonna put his first coat on. Dale, 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 tranquilo. Dale, 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 Wally, dale, dale. Wally's warning me that the compressor is gonna go on right now. It's gonna get kind of loud here in a second. All right, so he's gonna go ahead and put glue on this right now, and let me show you some of the areas where you can see. Déjame pasar un momentico ahí, Ever. Okay, so you see here, remember yesterday we were sanding, okay? And then the backside was sanded as well, right? But you see where he's putting the tape? And that's that added layer of protection. And you'll see now when he starts closing up the tube, when he starts piecing it all together, how and what happens. I mean, first of all, comment below if you guys like this color. Neptune gray, ice white, okay? There is a lot of, okay. Jose right now is putting the inside tapes on this tube right now. And I'm going to show you guys later, kind of loud in here, guys. But this will basically go on and hold on to the tube. I'm sorry, to the shell, right? And that's why Wally right now, he's all covered up because he's actually sanding this down. Because now this gets a layer of, dale, dale, dale. It gets a layer of glue, and that's where that's gonna sit on. Okay, and then on the bottom side, if you look here, you see how he has sanded that down as well. Some companies will glue here. We don't. Okay? Dale, dale, Wally. We're trying to make the work area a little cleaner. So let me just get out of his way. And then, if you saw the lip that I was showing you under the tube, this will eventually hold on. Hold on to the bottom lip, and then there's another finishing piece, which will be this right here, that Carlos is actually opening up, which will cover the entire area that's holding the actual tube to the hull. All right. He's starting to piece it together, guys. Okay? Now keep in mind, we're using all Orca products on this. And he has to make sure it's just at the right tackiness, right? So that it sticks good. See, he's doing it by hand now, and then what he'll use is la madera, which is this, right? Ahí te lo dejo ahí si lo necesita. And that's what we call madera. And then basically what he'll do is he'll put some pressure on it and tighten those things up a little bit more. Looks like he's right now just gonna close them all up. Now, there's gonna be dividers in between these sections. So this section right now that he's closing up is basically one section, And then if you look in the back over there, it's a little bit thinner. You'll notice a little later in the video, but it's basically where the actual end cone tapers off. So and what you kind of missed was something we filmed in another video, which is the removal of the actual tube and the old tube, which was a PVC tube. And that PVC tube, we used it as a template. So that has been discarded already. Okay, so 2 of them are already ready to go. And now, Jose here is doing madera on the tapes that are holding for the installation. Also, we'll see a little bit of the installation of that too. And then Carlos is right now gluing the first hand. We usually put 2 hands of Orca glue. Okay, now Ever is doing madera. What you saw what he did, he got that piece of wood to put it under it. And now this is really, really important, because if you don't do this properly, you will have air coming out of those seams. See how he's got that and he's putting it under it? These holes here is going to be where your valves are. I'll show you a little closer up so you guys can see what's going on. See how he's trying to get the edge, the lip, where that tape is. You see how there's almost a crease on there? That's what he's trying to make sure that he gets really, really good. And guys, this is years and years of experience. All right. Boom. Now the same thing is going to happen here. Do the same thing, but you'll get a better look now at what he's piecing together, okay? Oh boy. This phone does not stop, guys. Oh. Okay, another thing I want you to see now that he has that, I don't know if you guys caught it, but you saw the back of the valve, that you saw a piece of white where the hole is, right here, where this hole is. Look on the other side when he turns it over, guys. That's also another reinforcement. Ahí está bien. All right. So yes, if you saw it, that there's a reinforcement on the valve so that the valve can sit without having even more issues or issues in the future. You see here, let me show you that perfect example here. See that? And that's just added reinforcements. dust that's on there gets off. You obviously don't want any dust or anything on it. Carlos, let them know what you're doing so they know. Let them know what they're seeing right now so they know what you're doing.
This is a fiberglass cone. So we put a layer of piping on top of the fiberglass cone because we're using the same cone as the old tube. And then I'm gonna put a tape here just to cover, the...
So when people get the retubes from us, we don't have fiberglass cones. We use rubber cones, which we like, which I'll show them now so they know. Why did we go with this cone? Because the customer didn't want to...
The customer didn't want an rubber cone. He wanted the old fiberglass cone.
Okay.
Which we don't like because if you hit something backing up, it's going to crack.
Yeah. And it's happened to me.
Yeah.
That happened to me.
Yeah, you have two of them.
Yeah. I had to make a mold for the Nova Jolly. Guys, okay. So, here is, right, the rubber ones we use, okay? They don't leak, which is what we like. All right, back to, he's gonna start installing. Show you guys while he's doing here because it's getting close to lunchtime, so he's probably cleaning up real quick. Oh look, here's a couple pieces of that old PVC tube from the Willard. Okay, that's one side that we used. Now PVC is thicker, but it's problematic in hot climates. So that's why I never recommend PVC in hotter climates. This is a Nautica, beautiful boat. You guys might see the restoration on that. And then this is a commercial customer that's getting some stuff ready for the boat show. So Jose, meanwhile, is actually taking off all the tape right now after he sanded. That's used to sand those areas. And then here's where the rubber will be. We go back to. All right. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Abed does upholstery on his part-time from here, right? He doesn't make it here, but he does stuff also. So if you guys ever needed to do some upholstery when you bring your boat over here, he can actually do it, okay? So it's kind of like it's not through us, but he just does it for himself through here, and we don't mind. All right. So this is already getting that second coat. It's already ready to start closing up. So we'll see him come over here. So, okay. In most cases, we'll have the templates of your boat, but we always recommend that you send us your old tube. Like, look, I just got a call on an 11 Rendova, right, from a customer. We have the thing, but it's probably best if we have the copy. Look, here's a Rendova 11.6, right? So it might be a little bit different. So you might think you just have an 11, and it might be a little bit different based on when it was made, and because what you want is you want it sliding on exactly the way it was. So, all right, guys. Well, listen up. We're gonna continue here. You're getting the gist of how this is happening, and I'm gonna let's see. Maybe we got a couple more minutes. He's gonna put the second coat right now. The first coat is on. All right, the second hand's already done. He's closing up. And then eventually what he'll do is he'll do a madeira on it. Make sure that it's nice and strong. And madeira essentially means wood, guys, right? But you see, this is the tool that we use to make sure. Okay, you see how he's closing up? ¿Qué tú crees del proceso?
No, pues todo está bueno.
Esto no es Mickey Mouse.
No, papi, no.
Esto no,
Buen material y pones buenos profesionales trabajando, todo te tiene que cambiar.
Esto no es Mickey Mouse, guys. This is not no Mickey Mouse stuff. This is done right. Deja que tú veas este bote, te vas a recordar de mí. Este va a estar empinturado. Deja que cuando el cliente traiga el casco, I'm telling this guy when the customer brings the hole, so you guys can see how it looks. Yo te voy a llamar para que lo veas. All right, madeira time. Got it nice and hard. Got those seams really protected. Now let me show you guys while Eric does that so you guys can see, since you already saw a little bit of that. So now, see, he's sanding it down. Because now we're gonna put a finish on it, right? So essentially it's gonna look like it's a part of the tube, but this is a fiberglass cone. All right, folks, well, listen up. We're gonna continue the process. It's all gonna be connected. We're gonna continue, and you'll see the next parts of all this here on the channel. Don't forget to smash that like button. Always remember, check out luxuryribtenders.com. I'm gonna take a quick break, and Yeah, this is what really happens to make your tube what it is.
Sí, esto es el lado izquierdo y derecho.
Okay, left and right side. Okay. Entonces, ahora qué falta poner.
Todavía falta poner una pieza para completar. No, una no.
The bow connects both of these tubes.
Falta poner dos piezas que van aquí.
Two pieces
los
are
conos
missing.
que van atrás.
And the cones in the back. So esa es la parte de atrás del tubo.
Aquella la parte de atrás.
Okay, this is the stern side where the cones are back here. Front side, donde ahora vas a pegar,
Sí, después de esta va.
que es la punta, el the bow.
No, la punta está.
Oh, la punta está acá.
Sí, todavía la punta.
Okay, so this is
La
before the
punta
bow.
va después de esta.
Yeah, this one goes before the bow. The bow is behind us. Okay. Okay. So, entonces la punta que une los dos.
Es la que une a los dos.
Okay, the bow is what unites both of these pieces. Now, when you need a retube, and what we need from you is essentially the bow and one side, so we can duplicate that. Like I said, we always want to have the whole tube just in case. God forbid something happens to the other side or whatever. Okay. Entonces, ahora entonces se pega esto. Ya tiene dos manos.
No, tiene una.
Una mano.
Lo que hay que darle el tiempo.
Yeah, you gotta wait, guys. Okay, you gotta wait because if it doesn't have the tackiness that they want,
Después van todas las tiras interiores.
all the inside tapes
Cada
is
una
next.
de las piezas va una tira.
Okay, so every single thing he'll flip it over and then puts tapes in the inside seams. Que ahora ellos no se van a ver, pero tú lo vas a doblar. So he'll flip it over and then show the tapes and then and do another added protection for the tube. Mucha más ventaja ponerle un Hypalon tube que un PVC. Para que ellos oigan en español. And I'm going to translate. And I'm asking him the PVC versus Hypalon question.
El Hypalon, la ventaja que tiene es para trabajar. ¿ves?
Yeah.
El glue, a la hora de pegar el PVC es vulcanizado.
Sí. It's heat welded.
No es con máquina.
Sí, it's heat welded. So the glue is essentially forgiving when it comes to time, right? Because you're working it, and it's cold. It's basically a cold system. When you have PVC tubes and they're heat welded, and since that machine heat welds those two pieces of PVC together, because they're bonded by heat, the also heat will actually lose that bond when it's too hot. So that's why when people ask me, hey Alfred, why don't you fix PVC? It's for that reason, because down here in South Florida, we have a lot of issues when it comes to people having their seams fail, and we use cold glue process, and you need those machines to do heat welded. So that's that, okay? All right, well, and then let me show you guys real quick here as well. So here your dividers, okay? ¿Cuántos divisorios tiene este bote? 6. Okay. So there's gonna be baffles, okay? That will be in between. Let me see if I have a tube here that I can show you guys visually a little bit better so you guys can see. Okay. You see in here on this particular boat that we're working, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's very subtle. There's almost like a indentation here. You'll see the inside of the seams. Okay, in here, there's a baffle, which is that baffle that I just showed you guys. And it basically lets this chamber completely be separated from the other chamber. Like here has another chamber. So this is one baffle. Then it'll come over here to this one. So technically, if you put a knife and you deflate here, this will puncture this section, but this entire section will still be as hard as it is. Unless that baffle is leaking, which is usually not the case, okay? Like another section here. So the other part of the baffle would be here, okay? So it'll go from here to here. And those are your separations. And every inflatable tube, smaller ones have less baffles, right? You have one here on this guy. You see how you see here on this little boat? Boom, you puncture this is still good, okay? So the big boats have multiple baffles. So it's very unlikely for you to sink. I mean, technically you can go ahead. Wow, Ever's fast. He just got the bow right now. Wow, that was quick. I didn't even realize that he did that. Tube for everyone else to work all the cosmetics of the boat to prepare it for the actual hull. So there's a process. Remember, you got to prepare the hull, and then you have to also prepare the tube after the tube's been built. So there's a big process. And then Carlos is right now measuring some other tapes. Orca adhesive right here. And then what we'll do is we'll mix the glue with some toluene, which is what you're gonna see him mix with now, okay? That's the hardener, and that's some toluene right there. It's not a Gatorade bottle, guys. We'll mix them up. Now here is a lot of the old glue and stuff. So now, okay, Everett's connecting some more over here. But I also want to show you a little bit. I'm trying to get ahead of this because you guys are getting the gist of all this already. Same thing here. He's got his coat here. Now, let's go see if there's been a coat of, let's see, hold on. Okay, the first coat of glue has not been put on the actual hull yet.
Con la ribita ahí.
José, ¿estás marcando? Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, so this is the inside. ¿Por qué tú estás jodiendo ya?
No, verdad que tú saquen esta marca para que no se pegue. No.
Everett's taking a little bit of excess off of that piece of Hypalon. Here's the bow. So all these individual pieces came off of the old tube when he opened it up. So keep in mind when you think about, oh, I just got to do a retube. First of all, we need to remove the old tube, take it apart, which is a mission in itself, because imagine it's most cases it's hard Hypalon. If it's PVC, it'll be easier, a little bit easier to remove, because those seams are already kind of like on the failing end. And then we got to actually put it on the table, make sure it's all cut perfect to the exact way that the old tube was, and then build it back up to the same way that it was. Then work it on the floor, set it up to be installed, and then after installed, you have to clean it. So it's a process. It's a process. A lot of times people don't realize the amount of time that it involves to do a retube. Now we've done cool videos like this in the past of other retubes, guys. So I mean, I have a whole playlist for this stuff, but I think you should definitely check it out at some point because it's really informative. You see different tubes. These are the big ones that I actually like to film nowadays because it's just a lot more fun seeing a big old badass boat being retubed as opposed to a little one. But there's a lot of little ones that we've done, guys. Now I have to go to the customer where they have this particular boat. So maybe if they allow me to film over there, I'll incorporate it into this video because I think it'll be cool for you guys to see that, especially since you guys are seeing the inboard version and they are like diesel specialists, and the Willard that I have, the shell that I have, that I'm going to propose to somebody who's going to watch this video, is going to be converted into an outboard version. So, which is kind of cool. So, but yes, guys, that's where we're at. We're going to continue here. I guess I'll get this when we install this one right quick, since you guys are a little invested on this video too. So we'll go ahead and show you guys that process as well. While he's starting to put the first coat of blue. And then we'll put 2 coats of this. We're gonna let this sit for a little while because it's around lunchtime, so we'll have lunch. But this is, make sure you wanna make sure you cover everything real good now on this first coat. Now I'm gonna put a link to where you guys can get these Orca products, and I don't know, maybe I can even start offering them on my website, you know? I gotta talk to Orca about that, but yes, there's gonna be a way for you guys to go ahead and get this glue, the materials, because it's obviously, once it's easier for you guys to do your own job, it just makes everything easier. Then the market gets less scared of, wow, why do I need an inflatable, and what if it pops, and what if it gets a leak, and all that. I said he ran out of glue, guys. Now he'll go mix some up, some more, and continue here. It doesn't matter, it's the first round. Second round, we'll do it after lunch, and then we'll install this. All right. Bro, nobody, not even the people watching got scared, bro.
I did when you stood there. Cojones, yo pensé que era un fantasma.
Wally, ¿por qué tú estás cojo, bro?
No sé qué mierda me está saliendo y yo traigo el talón ahí, bro, que me pone loco, bro.
I just asked him why he's limping. He says he just got some random old folks pain. Este es un 19 náutica. 19, ¿verdad? Bro, está lindo este bote. Yo hace años vendí este bote a un cliente in Alaska. Guys, I sold a 19-footer that I owned to someone in Alaska. I regretted that sale. That was such a nice riding boat too. A lot of people don't want to give up their Nauticas anymore, guys, because they've seen all the restorations that have happened on YouTube. The last one that we did was the Nautica 15 wide body restoration, which you guys saw. I think a lot of people saw that on my members page, right? Let's see what Abbott is up to right over here now. He's already did the last side there, and I think he just needs the bow. Le está sacando el glue.
¿Ah?
Le está sacando el glue. Look how he has to take the glue off. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Dame el pedacito ese para yo enseñarle a ellos. All right. See? Now he can. That's how fast it sets. It's incredible glue, guys. Orca glue is the best in the game. Let me see if I can get off camera real quick, or on camera. Hold on. So you guys can see a little bit of this. Look. That's how hard it is. That's just this small bottom layer of what he just pulled off. So, you think you're gonna be able to get that off when there's 2 coats of this? Not in a million years. We're continuing, folks. Couple things happening with this tube right now. It's about to go and be installed, or at least placed temporarily, but we gotta get it cleaned up. Here's the cone. And Carlos is using some toluene right now to clean up the tube. Look, you see now it's, okay, and here, this is removing, this horsehair is removing the excess glue. See that little glue yellowing? That's what that's for. Okay, David has flipped the Willard Hypalon, okay, and now he's putting in the next layer of tapes. The bow, he's also been working that, and he also added some tapes to this. And you see, this is essentially the inside of the tube. Pretty cool process, huh? If you guys never seen the other videos, they're all a little different. We always got different tubes here that are done. Most importantly, guys, if you buy a boat, an inflatable boat, you needed to have the tubes, unless we have the template, and there's always a risk it's not going to be. So we're going to position that now. We'll move these boats here. Actually, those, just those tubes. Now, this is look at the diameter on this tube compared to this little one, right? Guys, this is a monster. And this right here is you have no idea. Wait until you see that. Okay. Jose is also using some toluene now to clean everything so you guys can see. And eventually the rub rail will be put on here as well. I just got shot at with some air. Why? What? Off the record, guys. Hey. Yo estaba en Hooters. Dale, vamos a ir, guys. David wanted me to take him to Hooters, guys. I gotta take him to Hooters. After this series is done, I will promise them a Hooters outing. I'm gonna take you guys. I'll take you guys. All right, guys. Here are the inside. Okay, you see the seam here? Look at. Okay, so they're overlapped already, and now here's the inside seam. That's also gonna protect. So that's why it's so difficult for these tubes to come and have like leaks on the seams. So we warranty every seam for a year. So we'll guarantee it for a year when you buy a tube from us, if it's something defective that we've done. See? And now he's got it on here, and he's gonna put the other one, and then eventually he's gonna do madera. All right, Wally is putting the second coat on the hull now, because this is about to go on. Okay, and you see Jose here. Jose is putting the second coat on the actual Hypalon of that, and then comment below if you guys have any questions. I definitely want to help and answer any of the questions that are relevant to what we're doing here today in this video, guys. José, ¿qué es lo que tú dijiste anterior en el video que estábamos enseñando aquí, que lo que estábamos haciendo, que no debía de enseñarlo en ese momento?
Que ellos no lo iban a entender, pues el problema es que cuando un bote se manda, esta tira no va puesta. Y que lo que nosotros estamos haciendo es porque ya tenemos el hole aquí y se puede poner esa tirante y lijarla y todo, hacerle todo primero. Pero no cumple el objetivo que tú que ponerle eso ahí porque no van.
Because we have the boat here, and he's talking about this tape. That's what he means. And we're gonna show that installation now, guys. Esa es la segunda mano. That's the second hand. Yeah. So it's going on there now.
Yeah, in the next
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
All right. Well, you guys are gonna get to see that. So that's basically how this goes. So, actually, you know what? While they do that, it's gonna be a little tight over here. But let me see if I can make them some space. Let's see if we can make some space over here. Get these out of the. Bueno, estoy ahora haciendo muchos botes. Estoy adelantando eso.
¿Qué bote estás haciendo?
Estoy haciendo bote.
¿Qué bote tú estás haciendo?
All right, guys.
¿Cuál?
Okay, he's asking me what boat I'm doing right now.
¿Cuál?
El 25.
No, pero tú no le enseñaste.
Okay, come here. The best retube we are going to do on this channel. The best one so far has been the Nova Jolly. The Willard, the other Willard was cool too. But yo creo que el mejor tubo que vamos a hacer aquí mismito. 25 wide body here, ABS. Watch. 2030.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
All right, I don't know if they're gonna need my help, guys.
Qué
But
bonito camina ese bote.
No, el bote bien seco.
Camina que aquel bote ni se mueva. Tenés una cosita ahí.
el 25 es uno de los mejores botes que te salió de la náutica.
Camina, bueno,
A mí es mejor.
Es mejor.
como hace. Que es un sprinkler.
Sí, nada más es los costaditos tocan el agua ahí. Ta, 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 ta. Y caminan. Bueno, el Junior le había puesto un 300 y más atrás.
Un 300 para un 25, esos 25 son bien pesados.
Estaba volado. Ese bote volado.
Pero tenía un 300 nada más.
300.
Ok, el que yo le voy a poner son dos 200.
200.
Dos 200 Suzuki.
Tendrás que reforzar el transfer.
Sí, estamos en eso.
Tendrás que reforzarlo.
Con toda la mierda que
Tendrás que ponerle capata, lámina por dentro.
Sí.
Con 200 solitos.
No, yo sé.
Le pone un stainless steel.
They're saying to reinforce the actual structure of the 25 wide body guy. And that's a series I'm actually currently doing on my members page. My members page will see that before you guys will. But eventually it'll be on the channel itself too.
Hay botes que le pegan, hay botes que no le pegan.
¿Cómo?
Hay botes que le pegan, a otros los botes no le pega el
Pero es que mejor ponerse
bracket ese.
pues como quiera. Todo.
Él tiene un bracket, El problema que él tiene que yo le tengo que sacar la madera que está mojada y podría a ese
Hay
transom.
que hacer el transo nuevo. Po.
No, nuevo, completo.
tienes que hacerlo.
Nuevo.
Si tienes esa idea,
No, yo sé, guys, I gotta do a whole new transom. I know. And okay, so what they don't know and what I want them to know is that Frank, who you're talking about,
Yeah.
Frank actually helped do the other Willard, the reinforcements before I decided to stop that actual retube on that boat and that restoration. So that boat has already been restored in the inside by Frank.
But not the wide body.
No, the Willard, which is the one that I want somebody to buy that shell from me so that they can do a retube with us and we can put a bracket on an outboard on a Willard, which I think will be effing amazing. All right. Now we're gonna release some of the air. Let me get on the other side so I can show you guys what's going on here. All right. For the record, because we're doing that, Ebbet is giving madera to the inside tapes. Now, this is what we call a glue-on. All right? You're gonna see now. You see how they're positioning it right now? They removed a little bit of air, guys. You can't do this with a lot of air. And you wanna make sure that everything is lined up. You see the line here? All right, let me show you what's happening on the backside, because now they're locking it in. So you guys can see. Okay, you see what? Now you see why we had those tapes there? That's exactly why. And that's what'll hold your tube to the actual hull of the boat. And then we put a finish tape on top of this.
Yeah, this gets trimmed.
Yeah, it gets trimmed, and then we put the tape on top of it so it looks nice and perfect and finished with a finish like. So there's inside tapes on this boat and there's outside tapes. You see inside there, I'll have to do the same thing. Let me change this battery real quick and we're gonna continue here.
Y aquí también. La primera de atrás fue la única que estaba media jodida. Sí, por la fibra.
Por la fuerza que le tuvimos que hacer el corte. Se la va a llevar. Así no se va a abrir para que la vez que le dé la gana a ella.
No, perdí la otra. Me toca la otra. La de cubrir.
Ah, sí, ya lo.
Sí, pero que te digo que va a quedar separarse, no va a quedar.
Va a haber que poner una tira bien ancha ya.
I just literally dropped a grenade on Carlos. le tiré una granada ahí. Le puse con ese cliente. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Oh, shoot. Oh. Okay, estas son las últimas tiras, ¿verdad? Sí. These are the last ones from the inside. Y ya.
Y esta de aquí de cuando ponga los conos.
All right. For those that don't know, Miami Outboards, they're the ones who painted the San Verado. We recently did a couple of backyard boat deals with them, Gio, and they do the painting out of the outboard, out of the Miami Boat Shop. Oye, Eve, tú vas a ver cómo él responde cuando él termine en el teléfono. Yo le voy a poner la cámara cuando él termine y tú vas a ver cómo él va a responder. Te tiré una granada, lo que hice. Hey, that's what you call a grenade.
Yeah.
Yo lo sabía, más nada más que por ver el nombre y el número.
No, créeme que él va a volver a llamar.
Oh, shit. Y yo me voy, guys. Tomorrow's another day. No, yeah, I'm leaving, guys. I'm done. I gotta actually. You know what? I'm gonna call the owner of the Willard real quick. What do you think? Next week, Carlos, tell him to bring the hole.
No, probably Thursday or Friday, but I will let you know tomorrow by the end of the day for sure. If it's going to be Thursday or Friday. Because if we finish this boat Thursday, then he can bring it on Thursday because then we'll have the space.
Yeah, guys, we never let you guys bring a boat here that we can't store inside for safety. We just won't. But I'm gonna go ahead and call him up and just give him a heads up. We'll take a quick, hold on. You know what? You might as well enjoy. Let me see. Hopefully. Okay, so this guy's a local diesel guy, and he works out of. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Ready for it. I gotta tell him that he's gonna be on camera. Well, his voice at least. Probably on a big yacht, guys, fixing a diesel engine right now.
Hello.
Yo, I'm filming and you're being recorded, so keep that in mind.
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How's that Willard restoration coming on your end?
It's going great. Fantastic. I think we're almost done with the engine. We'll probably put the engine back in tomorrow.
You're putting it on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Maybe I should actually go film that.
Yeah, if you want. I think they were finishing painting it today. Mm-hmm. And don't quote me. I'll call you later if you want to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that he was aiming for tomorrow to put the motor back in. You know, and then we'll do drive shaft in the next couple of days after that. Put all the hydraulics, put all that stuff back in. And then once the engine room's done, we'll send it for paint, and then it goes to you.
Okay, we're almost. Oh, your tube has already begun. Just so you know, and
perfect.
You know, once we get started, we don't stop. So I'm literally filming everything right now. I'm recording me talking to you right now. Now that I know that you might actually be putting that engine, maybe I can swing by while you guys do that, or at least show a little bit of that, and then come back over here while we finish the retube.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll call you.
Okay, call me or text me tomorrow.
Yeah. So we should do that, and then it goes to paint. You know, in a couple of days, right? End of the week.
Okay. Well, let me know, because next week for sure we're gonna need that boat here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the idea.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Dale.
Bye.
There it is, folks. Okay, guys, it moves fast like that. We always have like a list of people that we have in a queue, right? So based on when you give your deposits, we'll say, hey, it's your turn, your turn. We might have slow downs, we might have speed ups, whatever makes sense at the time because of the scenario. Sometimes you need something prior because of whatever reason. You're a commercial guy, and you know somebody is not so in a hurry to get their tube. Then we can push that person a little bit further back than what you are. We need to know your scenario, and then we'll try to help you. But normally, when we tell you, hey, right now our retubes are 8 weeks out, 10 weeks out, 3 months out. We don't know. That changes. Like, these videos actually make us get a lot of business, and that's why I slowed down doing these videos for a while, because we were really, really busy with COVID, and it didn't stop. And then if I continuously do these videos, it just gets even busier. So guys, we're gonna continue. Next clip, you'll see, I guess, me over there with the diesel, all the Willard. And I will introduce that shell that I want you guys. I want one person who watches this video to want to do that restoration. All right, because I think it's going to be so badass. A Willard with maybe dual twin engines. Oh shit, bro. Twin Suzukis. Oh man, bro. I wait for it. All right, Everett's doing the cones right now, guys. These are both cones. La segunda mano, primera mano. Segunda. So ya tú vas a pegar. Okay, so it's gonna get glued on now. Sí. That's it, 2 coats already, guys. 2 coats. Coming behind me. Now he's waiting for it to tack up a little bit, just a little bit more. Imagine doing a 55-foot boat to retube, which recently happened, guys. I was in France when that job happened. I was actually at the Cannes boat show when the guys had all to go to, I think it was Rhode Island where they had to go to. All right, so he's just positioning, because remember, that's where the cone side is, so. The cones cometh. Second hand, guys. And that is the first cone. All right, second cone's going on. Now remember, he already has on the bow, which is over here to my right. I'll show you guys now in a minute. He's ready to start getting that one already stuck on too. I think he's got to probably put another coat. I don't know if he's on the second coat over here. I didn't see if he had one prior, but both cones are on. Now you're starting to see what this really looks like, right? You have one end coned, the tube one side. Now we're gonna put the bow. He's got to do madera, obviously. He's got to make it, work it. So now he's gonna make sure it's all nice and tight. Remember, this is extremely important. See how hard he has to do that, guys. It's a lot of work throughout the years. You've done hundreds, if not thousands, of tubes. I mean, it'll take a toll on your body. Ebe, si alguien te pregunta cuántos tubos tú has, tengo que decir cuidado como digo esa. ¿Cuántos tubos tú has hecho en que tú puedes decir en tu vida? Si tú Yo sabía que ustedes iban a decir algo como el pin.
Eso.
En 1999.
Ya te puedo. Sí, señor.
¿Qué dijo Carlos?
9.999. Imagínate.
Más de 1000.
Solamente en un año hago 110, 102. En un año. Así es.
Pero vamos a decir en náutica. En náutica, cuando tú trabajabas
110, 120 en náutica.
al año, ¿cuánta gente habían en náutica haciendo tú? ¿Tú quién más?
4.
Habían 4 gente.
Sí. Habían 4. Estaba Raúl, igual. Yo. Había otro muchacho ahí de Holguín y un haitiano.
¿Qué lo hacían?
Que hacían, sí, eran 4, 2 mesas de 56 pies.
Sí.
Y entonces en cada mesa trabajaban 2.
¿Quién trabajaba Wally con quién?
No, cada uno hacía uno.
Sí.
Y aquí tú haces fácil 100 al año. Pues no hace más de uno semanal.
Claro.
Dos semanales son
Ahí
8
está.
en el mes, son 96 al año.
Hay semanas que yo he hecho.
Guys, he's saying in Spanish that
Pero sacándolo por 2
he would
semanas,
make about
son
112,
96
115 tubes a year at Nautica, which is basically what we do here.
Y llevo.
¿Cuántos años? ¿Cuántos años?
Del 99.
Desde el 99, since 1999, he's been making tubes, guys. So,
Saca la cuenta por ahí ya cuánto es.
sí. He said calculate the total. So since 1999, 120 times 26 years, we're talking a lot of retubes, guys. Okay, y no te da dolor en el hombro o la mano por dar tanta madera, todo esto en las manos.
Mira cómo está.
Eso, por la madera. Years, guys.
Sí, ya ahorita se rinden ya.
Sí, sí, no, y esto es un trabajo que cualquiera no lo puede hacer. Tiene que saber hacerlo. Not anybody can do this type of work, guys. First of all, you gotta know what you're doing. You can't make mistakes.
Esto no todo el mundo.
No,
Y no es todo el mundo que saca un patrón nuevo de un barco.
sí.
No, eso yo creo que lo hacen bien poco.
Pero tú sabes hacer el patrón.
Sí, claro.
Yeah. He can make an individual tube for a boat. Like he can measure it and make it for your hull, right?
Si está el barco,
Sí, sí está el barco. We've been waiting on a retube for my 25 Nautica for years now. I've never been in a hurry, guys. I'm always on boats. I don't need to be on boats more. But, now I want to do that restoration on the 25 Nautica. So we've been waiting for years for that. ¿Y tú crees que el 24 o el 22, la plantilla que tenemos del Náutica, que la podemos agrandar para el 25 que yo tengo? ¿Tú crees? Porque la punta debe ser lo mismo.
todo eso es lo mismo.
Todo lo mismo.
Ahí varía nada más el largo.
El largo.
Sí, porque eso cuando fueron a crecerlo, hacerlo más grande, picaron por detrás de la consola y le aumentaron el pie o los 2 pies. Pero viene siendo el tubo el mismo.
Okay, so he says that the 24 and the 22 wide bodies are same shape. The only difference is the length of the tube. So we have those templates, so we can technically do it. But we wanted to get a 25 to simplify it, right? It's easy.
Igual que el guapario, los guaparios,
Sí.
el 12, el 13 guapario, es lo mismo.
See, 12 and 13 wide body, same thing. The only difference is the length.
Ahí es el mismo diámetro, todo.
¿Cuáles tubos tú dices que tú dirías que son los más fáciles para ti hacer?
No, los tubos grandes.
Son más fáciles que los pequeños. He says the big tubes are easier for him to do than the small ones. ¿Y por qué es eso?
Porque el chiquito da mucho más complejidad a la hora de poner las piezas y todo.
So
Más cerrado. Casi todos los tubos grandes son más fáciles. Son
Yeah.
grandes
sí.
y es más trabajo, pero es más fácil.
So he says that the smaller tubes are a little bit more intricate because they don't turn or fit as easy as the bigger tubes.
Por ejemplo, este tiene 6 divisorios, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Son 7 cámaras que tiene.
Yeah.
Es más trabajo, pero todas las piezas coinciden bien y todo es más...
Hey, smash that like button because it's not every day these guys want me to be over their shoulder, like showing everything we do, right? All right. Both cones are done. So now essentially he's got the bow and then basically close this together, right? Close them up. It's a lot of work. And obviously, guys, I'm in and out of here because I gotta do other things. All right, there's a second coat. All right, well, we're back. I did come a little later than what I wanted to. It's the following day, guys, and it's midway. It's after lunch. And I was working on another boat myself. And I can't be here forever. But he closed up this side here, if you see here. And now he's gonna start closing up here. I think the most important thing, obviously the attaching, you already saw the inside part, and now he's actually closing it up. But what you did miss is the dividers. Let me see if I can see it here. I can't get in there. So the baffles that separates is what you didn't see. And I don't know if the other Willard video that we did has that. But there it is, guys. So, and yesterday basically he finished everything on the inside, and then we just started connecting all those pieces. And then, like I said, the dividers are here. And then he also put the cones. Remember, yesterday it was just open, and then what he did is he got the cone, and then he went from one side to the next, and that's how that's. Bueno, ya esto está cerrado casi, y los divisorios ya se fueron en la mañana. La mejor parte para que ellos vieran. It's the best part, guys. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have.
Yo le empecé a ponerte, igual y te llamó.
No, yo sé, guys. I'm working on another boat. I had one job. Tenía un trabajo, nada más que un trabajo, y no lo hice, coño. I had one job. Gives you more of a reason to watch the other video, because the other video. It's in the back of the truck. All right, so he's gonna close this up now, guys. Remember, put it together, madera, and then this tube is essentially done. And now, since we're invested on the other, Jose is actually taping off the rub rail right now for this guy. Jose is really, really good at doing this. All right, you're gonna see here. I'm looking to see if it's straight. All right. What do you guys think about this Nautica? I think it looks badass. Wait until we put the rub rail and some of those loop handles. You guys are gonna really like this. Baja Macarago, anything else? Or that's it? La hora. Quiero que ellos vean eso. What are you doing, Carlos?
Loop handles.
What's the color scheme on this guy?
White and gray.
Gray? Neptune gray? Oh, that's military gray.
Yep.
Let me show them real quick. Yeah, guys, that's a military gray. All right. Hey, the old man is fast as fudge, bro. Dude, that's crazy.
2 days.
I think he didn't want to be on camera, so he was like, "Hey, let me speed it up."
He came at 2 in the morning today.
All right, let me get it closing it up.
Quizás no quería estar en cámara y por eso no terminaste tan rápido.
Tú dijiste, coño, Alfred viene hoy, déjame terminar esto lo más pronto posible para que no me joda.
Igual y te llamo.
Nah, sí, él me llamó. Guys, Wally did call me. He's like, hey, he's gonna start closing up this tube, and I just couldn't get it. I'm working on another boat, guys. I'm working physically. I'm working it. So, but yes, and from the conversation that I had with Frank, the actual owner of this boat, he was under the impression I was going to try to pass by, and I couldn't make it to him either. So, welcome to the life of Alfred Montaner.
Alfred, the hole for this boat, Monday, 9 a.m. the latest.
9 a.m. Monday? All right, we're good. Sometimes he has to reopen it. It's such a highly skilled job, guys. Anything that's not done right, you'll have problems in the future, right? So, oh man, these guys are listening to soccer, bro, and I can't stand soccer, bro. Gonna get the madera, tighten it up a little bit. Now he'll put the madera inside the actual tube. See what he did on the sides, right? Now he'll put it inside and do it again. Me cago en tu madre. Scared me, guys. This tube is almost done, folks. Now my favorite color for like a badass boat, like a military boat, is this color right here, Neptune. I never recommend anything to customers when it comes to black. This particular gray, actually, the loop handles for this one is, let me see, hold on. They got their first coat of glue, but I want you guys to see the difference between military gray and Neptune. See the difference? It's a little too gray for me, right? It's good for accents like what we're doing now on this one. Anything interesting on Facebook?
I wish it was Facebook.
All right, guys, it's closed up. Se fue. Se fue. El tipo se fue. Guys, that tube is done. Now he'll just secure those seams, everything he's actually been working. Let me show you a little closer real quick. But yes, now is see how much esas esquinitas se tienen que dar un poquitico más, ¿verdad?
Sí, hay que darle con los ángulos de la madera
Yeah.
para que cierre bien ahí.
Okay, you see here, guys? He's got to do it a little bit. Make sure he gets all the creases and everything on those little lips, right? Because if not, that'll leak. That's why he's hitting it there with the corners. Very, very important to that. Like,
Ve como marca por las venas.
see, you see here? And then we'll let the tubes sit for about a day before we put air on it. So it'll sit on this table after today. We're not doing the video on this white boat here, even though it looks badass. And the one that I was working on is a 25 of that. That's what I was here working on earlier. So stay tuned for that. But I'm really excited about this because this particular boat, I can't wait for somebody to buy that hull from me, and I can have another one made like this, and then you guys put twin outboards, preferably Suzuki's, because we have a sponsor by the name of Reliable Marine down in Miami that sells Suzuki's, and I think that would be it would be great if a towboat company will buy that shell and do that restoration. Oh my God, that'll be gold. And the only reason I'm going with not doing the restoration on the Willard is because the 25 Nautica is like that. That's a wide body, right? And it's like 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet wider. So for what I want to use for rib fishing content and all the other series I want to do, I want to be able to have more of a platform, even though that Willard rides so nice, guys. Wait until you see it. Maybe we can go ahead and get the customer when he runs it on his diesel. We'll run it with him. So between all the protection inside, all the seams, now you guys get a better understanding of how we build the tubes over here. And see how he's running it on the lip of here? You see, like you can't really tell right here, but you see that area right here? That's what he's trying to get. Make sure that that glue seals and that little area seals really, really good. A lot of people ask, oh, where do you get those tools, guys? We make the tools. So this is stuff that we've made throughout the years. I think we're done, folks. I think we're done. Matado. Falta que al otro lado. En la punta esta de acá adelante. Oh, it's a little piece on this side. Ah, ese lado. Me lo abro un momentico. ¿Se puede ver el divisorio? Oh, no se puede ver el divisorio. No, yo pensaba que estaba abierto. No, tranquilo. Sí, tranquilo.
Sí se puede ver de allá,
No, tranquilo. No te preocupes.
No, si yo te estaba abriendo aquí, ya cómo vamos. Este lado es muy chiquito.
Aquí este lado está abierto. Ok, mira, vamos a abrir aquí para que ellos vean el divisorio. Ok, guys. All right, there you go. Okay, here's the divider. Okay, so what you didn't see on camera is that he put this and then the baffle, okay? You see how it divides it, right? And that's one compartment here. And then the other one is here. Yeah, the white part is on the other side. But it's there too, guys. And then, like I said earlier, the baffles will be here. You'll see the indentation. So whenever you see a rib boat, you'll see here. Wally, what's Wally doing? He's gonna start putting the inside tapes on this as well. Because this one has tapes inside as well. Damn, we missed Jose putting in this on the bottom. ¿Cuál rub rail tiene este, Jose?
¿Hasta cuánto quieres? Tú puedes ir a la Matrix del 88 para que tú le hagas la tapa igual que le hiciste el bote de Aurelio atrás.
Que el cojín ese grande.
Es el cojín grande. Oh, la tapa, el cover que tú le hiciste para taparlo de atrás.
Bien hecho.
Okay, guys, these are the actual handles that will hold on
En la marina.
to the front of the boat, right? So, and this is what the backside looks like.
Él tiene el viejo. That's the backside.
Yeah.
Es el mismo bote de Aurelio.
Sí, pero ¿qué él quiere hacer? Porque Aurelio le dice dos cosas.
Espérate, toma. Espérate, para que tú le expliques a él lo que es. ¡Oh, no!
Yeah.
No tiene nada hecho. Yo tendría que ponernos de acuerdo y ir allá a ver el barco. No, mañana sí no, puede ser el viernes. Hay que ver eso, poner el que está viejo, me hablaría si el que está viejo, aunque haya que hacer la ruta. Ese se pone y se cogen los ajustes que haya que hacerle y ya por ahí se saca. Está bien, yo pongo tu número aquí.
Oh, just measuring here, making sure that both sides are exactly the same.
Está bien, entonces yo cago, porque yo mañana, no tengo mañana, porque yo tengo a full y yo la voy a terminar. Entonces, yo el viernes le llamo y ahí nos ponemos de acuerdo la hora y ya, y tú me mandas en ese momento la dirección
Yo le digo, yo le marina el mate.
Ya, ahí nos ponemos de acuerdo.
Oye, ya, yo le doy el número a él que se ponga de acuerdo conmigo. Dos en 10, 2 y medio. Que tiene un trabajo el piso ahí.
They're gonna really like. You guys are gonna really like the loop handles being made. Estamos mezclando. Orca, guys. Nothing but Orca. That's the best thing. And that's it. I mean, this boat is gonna be done ASAP. All right. What Jose's doing right now is he's positioning the loop handle. I'm sorry, the handles, the actual rubber handles. Because remember, we have to sand the front of the back of the handles and this big piece of Hypalon so that it can actually hold on.
No sé si nos dará lo que tenemos ahí, pero yo creo que tenemos negro, que el negro se nos da abajo y entonces el otro, el gris claro. No, el gris oscuro no tenemos, creo que no va para eso. El negro normal o puede estar normal. El negro normal.
Great. Now you see, now he'll sand it here, the back of the handle. Déjame enseñarle esto un momentico, guys. So he put it here, see? And then this is going to be sanded. He already has a coat of glue on that. Ya tiene la pega.
Sí, aparte.
Este no sabe si es un 12 medio, un 13.
All right.
Lo que queda de
Ok, está bien, ya. Ahorita yo te llamo ahí, ya. Vamos a chequear aquí el material a ver si alcanza y entonces yo te
Que tiene que te llame y te dé exactamente el tamaño para poder saber.
No, dale, gracias. Dime, curramita. Ay, María, muchacho.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sí. Lo pararon
All right.
todo está parado.
You're gonna put these loop handles already ready to go?
I'm gonna make the base now.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
I
I
made
want
the
to.
loops now. I gotta make the base.
Okay, I want to show them that.
Están involucrados los cubanos y los venezolanos.
Look, this is the pattern.
Okay, show them that.
So basically, it's just a regular Hypalon, you know, depending on the color of the boat, and then you can just do it like that. And that's what the handle.
That's how it's gonna be right there, guys.
But obviously with a white base, because that boat is white.
Yeah, yeah. And I talked to them about that so that whenever they call, right, they already know what to ask.
But if they want the base to be any other color,
It could be any color.
it could be any color. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be the color of the boat.
Well, we always kind of like to keep the same color base of the tube itself and
Yeah.
maybe a different color for the actual handles.
Yeah, the handles usually we make it the same color as the upholstery on the boat, like the cushions and stuff like that,
Yeah.
so everything matches.
Oh, el socio mío también, pero en Honduras. Se la dieron en Honduras. Y fue en Honduras.
And he's working off of the template, guys. So, and in most cases, it doesn't have to be all the way. It doesn't have to be that long. In this case, the tube is big, so we're using a bigger one. But there's templates for 3, smaller.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah. See, hose is marking already for the loop handles itself. All right, we'll get back to Carlos real quick. I want you guys to see this. José, dile ahí qué es lo que tú estás haciendo para que ellos sepan.
Marcando los loop handles.
Okay, you see the loop handles right now? He's marking them so that they can be put up here and they're both perfectly aligned in the same exact spot where they're supposed to be, so the boat looks not like Frankenstein.
Vamos.
Dale. Dale, dale. This is the second one?
Yeah.
¿Dónde es que tiene el marco?
El marco, la marina marco.
¿Dónde queda?
Está en la 38.
¿Eh?
La 38. Tú la pones ahí, mata.
Mata son jabos.
Mata con jabo y ya te va a ir midiendo.
All right, back to Jose.
El palmetto. Te vas a subir a la izquierda y vas a tocar hasta 7, creo que es, o algo de eso. Así en la izquierda, después de derecha. El pie te va a llegar.
Esa María de afuera.
All right, we're gonna start putting this on.
Esto es atrás de mi compadre.
Dale, dale, métele, dale, para que vean algo. Nada más que han visto a Wally hablar mierda, dale, métele. Well, we don't got the best shot there. All this still marking, and then Carlos is sanding the back of the loop handles. You have to sand it down, guys. If not, it's not gonna stick. So even if you have to do it with a Makita or something on your own, 120 grit or 100 grit, right? 100 grit, they should be fine without messing up the back. 120, guys. If
we use 80?
Yeah.
We use
Yeah, yeah. So you guys can sand it yourselves so you don't mess it up. Then he'll put 2 coats on that. Jose's still marking. Everett is still closing up this tube, which is the end, because everything here has already been closed up. So this tube is done.
Tienes que decirle a tu gente que yo hago tapicería también.
Ya yo solo dije. Guys, and what he just said in Spanish is that if you come over here and you retube your boat, you want to do the upholstery, Everett could do it, because him and his wife do upholstery really, really good. So keep that in mind. Okay, Jose's here. Wally's working upside down. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, baja lijar. All right. So this is the stuff that you guys can do yourselves, okay? Like in a lot of cases. Let me know when you're ready to stick that on.
I got the holes now.
Yeah. So Jose has to start sanding all the areas that he's marked, okay? See how the Hypalon loses its shine? And this is where the rub rails are gonna go, guys, so you guys know. And then the back of the rub rail has to be sanded. And we'll sand it over here on this side usually, right here. We'll put the rub rails here, work them here, and then pull, and then eventually it's done. Put the glue on it, and then everybody has to hold the rub rail, like 3 guys at one time, so it can be lined up perfect. And as you would imagine, Jose's gonna be there a while because he's gotta sand all that, both sides. Okay, Carlos is right now marking where he's gonna make the holes on this particular loop handle.
Look how many loop handles we made. See all those little things here? Another mark. Grabámoslo ahí.
That's it. Jose's coming a long way. What do you guys think? He's almost done. Little toluene, clean it up. And you see, it just took out. Yep. Ya está cerrado. Se acabó. Acabó means the end. Se acabó. Good job, sir. Eres un monstruo. De los monstruos, de los monstruos. And now you have a completed 730 Willard. 733. What do you guys think, huh? Technically, we can put air in it now, but you want to wait. Can you visualize? Can you see that boat going on the water? Now what I'll do, check this out. ¿La quiere? Dale, échale un poquitico. No mucho. Guys, we're going to put a little bit so you guys can see. Yeah. Now, we warranty all our work, guys, for a whole year when it comes to seams and any manufacturer defects. So keep that in mind. Now, if you go ahead and go to Black Point and rip the tube to shreds, there's nothing we can do to help you there. Wait for it. Okay, I'm gonna show you the baffles first so you guys can see how the baffles hold, and it's all in layers. So when people tell you, hey, rib boats are the most safest boats on the water, yes, they are, because the likelihood of you sinking on a rib boat is so unlikely. The front baffle. He's not going to put a lot of air, but you guys will get the idea. I'll close that out. Alright, first baffle right here holding on, baffle over there. First, you puncture this, no worries. You still have all these available. That's why rib boats are the safest boats on the water, guys. I'm telling you, there's nothing safer than a rib boat. Next one will be up to here. You see where you see the crease? Bam. He just closed this up 5 minutes ago. Now, we'll let it sit overnight. If it holds air, we know there's no leaks. Let's see if I can get back to while he does this real quick and finishes here. All right, no, I thought Carlos was. Now, you gotta show this video to your wife and be like, honey, we will never, ever, ever sink. this is on. Maybe you guys can hear me because I'm mic'd up. See, when you have a baffle that's broken or a baffle that's not done right or leaks, the air will go from one compartment to the next. So that if you see that the compartment goes, you see he's taking out the air now. If the compartment goes, you're done. You gotta redo it. Hey. Come on. Aquí. So, yes, you always want to make sure that the baffles don't leak, right? Because the safety aspect of a rib boat is to make sure your baffles all hold air. Like here. See how the air from this one is not going in here or that one there? Well, listen, we still got more here. Guys, told you this is going to be a cool series. I'm excited. I can't wait for someone to buy that shell that I have. Because it's going to, you see, one thing is to see a Willard that we see all the time with you know, a diesel Cummins engine and a Conrad drive, all that, yeah. I want to see an outboard. That's the way that I built it. Guys, I built up that other shell like crazy. I mean, I spent some money on that shell. I'll tell you, I spent more money on fixing it to prep it for the outboard conversion than I did for the actual boat itself. But whatever, it is what it is. So I want to see somebody continue that thing because I'm actually distracted with the Nautica 25 that I'm building. So hopefully you guys will see that too. We're going to continue this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Smash that like button. I'll put all the information on the link, guys, in the description. So let's continue. We'll see if we catch Carlos doing the rest of his stuff.